At church last week, they asked us questions like, what is your favorite thing to do with your dad, and what does he taught you about God? And I've never had a dad. Sometimes I just don't know what to say when they ask me questions. So this Father's Day, I thought I would talk about the great men in my life that are humongous, great role models for me. Let's redo that one.
Okay, ready?
This Father's Day, I thought I would talk about the men in my life that are great role models. In no particular order, Mr. Jake. He taught me how to bait a hook, catch a fish, get it off the line without saying ick, although my mom still says ick. Dr. Scott, who always would take me to get popsicles, to ball games, and always gives great hugs. Preacher Jackson, who took me to the Sportsman's Feast when I didn't have anyone else to go with. He got me a BB gun, and he talked my mom into letting me have it. He also talked my mom into letting me go to the father-son camp out. Just so you know, he's really good at talking your mom into fun stuff. And he's also been giving me high fives since I could walk. Bailey Jackson, he's not really a man yet, but he can drive. He's taught me a lot about character and standing up for what's right. Mr. Brad taught me how to throw a baseball at pitching. He also taught me how to throw a better spiral. Taught me more about Jesus before I got baptized. Make sure I understood. Mr. Quinn, he's a rock star. I've learned a lot by drumming by watching him, and he also gave me my first pair of real drumsticks. Mr. Matt, who's always throwing the baseball with me, he also helped my mom set up the basketball goal in the freezing cold. He also took a bunch of music videos and sports videos of me and turned me into a supermodel. And last but not least, he taught me Shabbar! Mr. Shea taught me about dressing in style. Mr. Harrison taught me how to drop the rope and not let other kids pour me places I do not want to go. Mr. Dr. Joy Samuels, Mr. Mark, took me in my first Porsche ride in his car. Mr. Greg taught me how to catch night crawlers. My coaches throughout the years are too many to list, but Coach Mike, who taught me 3 seasons straight. And one time, this really good hitter who was always hitting it to the outfield, Coach Mike said to the outfielders, "Whoever catches this gets $10. And I was playing the infield, and he hit a pop-up to me, and I caught it, and he didn't even see it. He didn't know the play was over, and I said, "Hello." And then he gave me $10. Coach Grant let me practice with his team even though I wasn't on it so I could get better. Coach Holly, well, she's not a man, but she's the second coolest mom on the baseball field, and she helps us get better. Coach Richard, who taught me how to tackle and block and keep my eyes on the field and not on the cheerleaders. Coach Jeremy and Coach Clem, who taught me the jump shot and layup the right way. Coach Rodney, who always encouraged me to do it again and said I needed a haircut. I think he liked my hair. Coach Chris, who taught me how to bunt, keep my elbow down when I'm hitting, and taught me what on-base percentage was and having a great attitude. Coach Jay helped me about pitching and not stepping out of the batter's box. My Uncle Vance and my Uncle Matt, who taught me about gun safety and how to shoot a shotgun. My Uncle KB, who taught me that sometimes people won't learn that Clemson is better than Carolina. He's my favorite knothead. My Uncle Freddie, he was there the day I was born, and he gave me my first teddy bear. He taught me how to do a cartwheel without landing on my face. He wrote a song about me and sings it every year on my birthday. He also helped me get my first radio commercial. He takes me to Disney World and always rides Space Mountain with me, and when I fell asleep he carried me back to the hotel and always buys toys with noise, and he treats me like I'm his very own. My papa taught me about many things, but mainly about God and salvation and what baptism means, and he also baptized me. He's my big buddy, and I wouldn't trade him for anything in the world, and I love him more than mud. So many other men in our lives who make a difference every day. Mr. Anthony, Mr. Mark, Mr. Brad, Mr. Scott, Mr. Michael, Mr. Eric, and so many more. I think the world needs more real men like them who don't just think about themselves. They help those that are hurting, and they help young guys like me to follow their dreams. To all of those out there who don't have a dad, remember, you don't have to have a dad to grow up into an incredible person. You just have to find great role models in your life to encourage you to follow your dreams. Happy Father's Day, or as I like to call it, Happy Cool Men Appreciation Day. Now let's dance.